Okay, back again, and we are going to do a craft thing tonight. So I've just been fluffing around a lot, but it's going to be this one here. It's a little tiny parrot thing. It's a sewing kit parrot. I've had quite a few of these, I think. I've never done any of them, and I think I've given away every single other one. But let's have a look. It looks actually it's a little bit complicated. Maybe I have tried to do this one. This one's got nicer thread than the other stuff. So that's something. It doesn't look like wool. So we're not going to get confused. I did do one of these, I'm sure. Then if I had done one, I'd have it still around. And I don't think I do. And this one's got instructions. You will need glue, not included. Well, that's nice, isn't it? I think, this is the one that said somewhere, everything included, but not everything you need. No, this one doesn't say that. I had one like that. It said everything you need included. Also needs to have glue. I think I might have actually was that something I did on this channel? It could have been. So 2 pieces of body shapes and the beak. Oh, there we go. So and the beak. So what? Oh, okay. 2 centimeters in the area. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, well that seems pretty straightforward. It shouldn't take too long at all. Once we get the beak and everything else, and there's no fiddling around. So I've got a plaster on my thumb today. I was kind of hoping to avoid that, and I've actually completely forgotten how I actually cut myself. So that's funny. So I think. Alright, where's the picture gone? I think it's probably easier to look at the picture. This just goes over the top. So you just have to do 3 layers in one. And then everything else is just glued on. So this is going to be quick, which is good. Because it's only one-sided, I think. So you can't really go showing it. Which is, it's the same like with a bear, which is a little bit too far away for me to reach. You didn't really expect to see the other side so much, but this one here, it's like, well, what's on the other side? They've only got one eye then. So you get a lot of thread, which is good for threading. But I'm obviously not going to use all of that in one big go. And I've misplaced the scissors yet again. What am I going to cut this with? I keep losing everything. Right. No. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to find. Okay, well, it's just going to get even crazier and crazier. It's going to be the wire cutters. So we'll just start off with that much. That's actually surprisingly effective for doing this. I should have used those before. They're not wire cutters. They're wire strippers. But they do have a built-in wire cutting facility which works well on thread, which does not look like wool. So this is the stuff from the other brand of craft set, which just looks like this, which is thicker. So this I think will have a better quality sort of look to it, I'm hoping. And they want you to do the outside style. So we'll do the outside style. Hold on, I've done. This is the third one, isn't it? So I did that. Oh, this is going to be hard with a bandage on my finger. I hope people aren't freaked out by bandages. It's the only one I could find. I think I preferred a smoother one. But hey, that's what I had, and that's what I used. I should have used the Disney princess ones I still have, because that would have been cool. But you got to save those for special occasions. I think I've only got one left, and because they're kind of designed for children, they're a little bit tiny. But this is it's like a little thing on the end of my thumb, so it's probably the right thing to do. So I'm thinking. So apparently, according to the instructions, I've got to stop saying apparently and basically. We're not going to say those things. So according to the instructions, the very same instructions you saw before, which I've promptly gone and lost. Which is fine, because they're not really that useful. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, that's right. This area here, I think, is where we're meant to leave a gap for the fluff. So we will start just a bit lower and then head on round, and then when we get to the beak area, we'll do something wacky to... So, well, I should have gone the other way around, shouldn't I? Oh, well, it's too late. I'm going to tie it off here, just in case I run out of thread going around. I'll just loosely tie it off. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to do a double one, and that's not going to be a very good way of doing it. Okay, there we go. You can't really make a knot that way. I should have got that book out of the library again about how to do knots or something. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. The first one always is the longest one, and then it's just speedies. Oh, except if you get stuck on your wire cutters. Let's put the wire cutters over somewhere else that's not going to break something, which is unlikely. I think I've got too much stuff at the moment, so we're going to have to... This does not look the way it's supposed to. I was supposed to be going round, not the... So I've gone and done that style when I wanted to do the opposite style. I wanted to do this style. Why is it not doing it the way that I wanted it to do it? Okay, that's better. Alright, I think this is going to get all the way around. Like, how can it not get all the way around? Oh, I've got everything moving around on my desk. No one's ever going to know what that thing is. But that's the only remaining part of a thing that I'm going to throw out tomorrow, because I believe it is faulty. So it did create some sparks when I was trying to test it. So don't go trying to test things, is the moral of the story. I could have in fact broken it by testing it, because I didn't realize, but the good thing was I didn't break the thing that I was using to test the thing with. So it still seems to work, the testy thing, not the thing that I was testing. So I hope that has clarified everything, and we all now know where we stand. But this is a parrot that we're doing, so we must think about parroty things. I have a parrot drone, which I haven't actually ever tried, because you're supposed to control it with a smartphone, and I just have a Nokia 30 something. By design, of course. I actually have more phones than that. That's just silly. But I haven't got around to trying a Parrot drone. But I think at the moment I'm charging up... Oh, it's done. I've charged up a helicopter. A very tiny helicopter. I will show it to you, actually. Yeah. One of these helicopters. I got this from the Cornwall Park School Fair. Oops, I gave away some information about where I live. That's the name of the school fair I went to in the weekend. Well, I've already said that I live in Auckland, so it's not really a big deal, is it? And it's not exactly close to where I live. So that's not giving away much at all, really, is it? But still, it's weird saying the name of something. So I have said the warehouse a few times, and that's a shop you can buy stuff from. And that narrows it down to New Zealand. Though, when I went to Australia once, they did in fact have the warehouse, except it was weird. It wasn't like the warehouse was in New Zealand. It was like a tacky $2 shop, whereas in New Zealand it had kind of gone slightly more upmarket, and it didn't seem to match. And I was like, well, why isn't it the same in Australia? And then it closed down, I think, or they sold it off and it went back to something else. Oh, this is... Every time I do this, it gets stuck on my little pen holder thing, which you can't see because it's off camera. Oh, this is going to take a while. This is laborious. Now, I like that word. Now, that's a good word, laborious. That's the kind of word I should be saying a lot more on my channel instead of basically and whatever else I've been saying. I should just be saying, it's laborious. And this bit here is very laborious. Because it does sound like you're like, you know, you're like a weird assistant to a mad scientist. Laborious. Or not. which I did just see the trailer for the non-live action version of the Addams Family, which is funny when you think about it, because I just saw the trailer today for the live action version of The Lion King, but it's not really the live action version because it's all CGI. And to be honest, I'm not particularly keen. It did not excite me very much. It did have James Earl Jones still doing the voice of Mufasa, which I think is a nice touch. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, the movie was fine, the original was fine. Let's just stick with that. But I'm sure people will disagree. I'm sure we have to reinvent the same things for new generations. Or somebody might say, I've done this, we've got to work out a better way of doing a knot that doesn't just come undone. Because seriously, that was double done. There cannot possibly be a better way of doing a knot than that. It's all getting all frayed. Now, what's that joke where, I can't remember how it goes, but a piece of string walks into a bar or something, and they're all like tattered and everything, and they're falling apart. And I don't know what the joke is, but the barman says something like, "Are you? I don't know. Let's make this up. Are you a piece of tattered rope?" And then they say, "Oh, that's not going to work." They're going to say the punchline is, "No, I'm afraid not," as in they are afraid not. But I don't know what the lead up is, what the rest of the joke is. Okay, we're getting close. Please write your answers on the back of a postcard and send them in to me if you know the answer. That joke is not going to work on like, who's the target audience of this channel? Is it children who will not get that joke, or is it adults? It's everybody. That's like a Pixar joke, that only adults get, but they put it in so that the adults don't get bored when they go to see Pixar films. Not that you would, because they're exciting and fun, and I haven't seen a Pixar film I don't like. All right, except maybe Cars. I'm going to be honest here. The Cars was not exciting. So this is all about talking about movies. We're getting there. That's only taken me. That's ridiculous. This is like this is seriously people watching somebody else really badly sew around the outside of it. This is the lowest quality of YouTubing, which is why no one's ever going to watch it. All those people watching their makeup tutorials, oh, you don't know what you're missing. Alright. And round and round. Because what else can you say? Well, you go round. Ooh, that was a bit too violent. But the once we get there, then it's just putting glue on. And even though I wasn't prepared for the glue, because for some reason I thought that it wouldn't need to be glued, it looks like in the picture that it's double threaded a bit. So maybe I should do that, because maybe this is like the weak point at the beak. So we'll just do 2 there, and then another one there, and then another one there. I don't know why you do that, because I think they were very over enthusiastic to give you all of this, because you don't need that much, unless you were really wanting to. I'm going to do it twice there. Make sure that this thing never comes undone, except if it comes across somebody with a pair of scissors, of course. But we don't talk about those people. Not on this channel. No. We talk about people who have wire cutters and wire strippers, because that's the way to go. So they said 2 centimeters must be left to stuff the fluff inside. And I think that sounds like they're challenging you. This is like it's upside down. I feel like that's going to make you like I'm always worried, like, if you have to do things the right way around, but I've been doing it with the beak going this way, and you're going to be like, Well, I can't. I'm confused. What's happening? I feel like I'm sinking, and so sorry about that. But what else could I do? I could turn it around, I guess. I don't know, like that. That's not going to work. No, it's going to get me confused now. Where did the beak go? That's what people are going to do when they see this thing. They're going to be like, they're going to turn it over, and they're like, ah, the beak's gone, and the eye, when the eye is there. So is that 2 centimeters? That's not 2 centimeters. So if you're from a country which doesn't use centimeters, which is like probably just the 1, isn't it? Okay, that's actually slightly more than, I think that's 2 centimeters. Well, that's where it's going to be. And look how much I've got left, plus all of that. So obviously, they were a bit, and this is a very small amount of fluff to stuff into here. I wish I got my fluff depository from downstairs, and I think I've made myself a bit of a challenge actually. I don't think that's big enough. I'm going to have to loosen it up a bit. Alright. Okay, that was a bit silly. That especially when you've got like a plaster on your finger, that's just making it too hard. But that's 2 centimeters. Maybe that said 2 inches. Oh my goodness, what if it did? That would be like, whoa dear. That would be an error of 2.5, depending on how you look at it. All right, because 1 inch is roughly 2.5 centimeters. But not exactly. I don't think. Oh, I'm gonna. That was dumb. That was super dumb. Wait, we need a pen or something. Let's stuff it all in. Sorry, this desk. You will not believe the stuff that's here that you can't see on camera. Which if I said that, would just make me think I've got lots of like stuffed animals, and that my secret hobby is taxidermy, and there's like this owl staring at me all the time. But no, there's no stuffed animals on this desk. All right, I think I pushed all this thing. I want. Okay, there we go. As long as their head's kind of bubbly, that's good. But I don't feel like there's a lot of fluff. Which is good, because this is turning out to be slightly trickier than it should have been. If only I had just made the hole slightly bigger. Oh, actually, it works a lot better if you let it go inside. I like this fabric. It's not like the other one was actually more felty, but this one's got a kind of papery feel to it, which could seem cheaper, but it makes things easier and it makes a nice texture. So that's what we're up to. We've got 11 minutes left before my camera says no more. I've had enough. Go to sleep or go home, or that's just really not a lot of fluff. Right, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to steal some of the fluff from the other set, which is this one. I'm a bit suspicious of this, really, because this is a different brand, but they look very similar. So this is Kids & Co. with the exact same, not the exact same colouring of the word kids. The D and the S have their colour swap. And this is Kids Craft, and then they've got like the colour pattern here and the colour pattern here. But these are produced for 2 rival companies. So this is marketed by The Warehouse, and this is marketed by K-Mart. So that's very, very, very odd. So anyway, especially when they're made quite differently, I'm just going to put a bit more fluff in from here, because I do have a large source of fluff that I can call upon if my owl, when we come to make that, does not have enough fluff. We can get a bit more fluff in from the fluff warehouse. So, but right now I can't do anything else because I want more fluff. I want more. I want this thing to be a very fluffy owl. It's not even an owl, a parrot. We've just been through this. I don't have an owl drone. Well, you can get one. Oh, okay. And let's just come on. What have we got? Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I was actually imagining this was going to be a quick video. And certainly not a silly one. Well, we need a bit more. Bit more. This bit's going to start falling out. And there we go. That's be fine. We can wiggle it around. Alright, we better stop it there, because once you get into the habit of filling everything with fluff, it never stops. I've missed one of the holes somehow, or the holes got all stretched and it looks all strange. So we'll double thread that one, and then we'll double thread the next one, and now the holes don't line up. I'm just going to double thread them all. I feel like I should just go all the way around again, because what the hey, you guys won't mind, but I'm not going to. It's just that there's so much thread which is real nice, but what are you going to do with it? Like, what happens to all that thread that gets wasted because they know how much thread you need. You'd think they could just, just give you exactly what you need, plus a little bit extra, because, people aren't so onto it sometimes, and especially when you're a kid. But it says 15 pieces. Alright, so we'll go around one more time, and then we'll tie it off with that bit there. So I'm glad I left a little bit. Where did I put them? Dinosaur cutters, and dinosaur away. And then I've got to tie these bits together, and then we've done the main body, and all we've got to do is really quickly, and I'm hoping this is going to be quick, glue things in a really messy way, and then we'll call it a day. It's a day. I don't know why I keep tying knots like that when I know they just come undone. Alright. Well, it's not like I'm going to be vigorously jumping up and down on this all the time, so I'm not going to look at any instructions, because we're just going to pull this out and we're going to work it out from here. So here's my trusty craft glue. So we'll put a big blob on the back here. That's way too big. Whoops. And we'll put the eye about there. I'm a bit like concerned that I've done this the opposite way around to the picture, and that I could have done it on the other side, and that maybe I should have. But that's okay. Everything goes the opposite way, and I prefer to have it facing the other way, because then you can have them like this, and they're like, I'm not talking to you, which is good, because parrots are talking too much as it is. If they start talking to each other, it just will never end. So which side do I want to do? I want it to look, I've got glue on my hands now, I want it to go like this. So I'm now doing everything upside down. That's right. Yeah, that's right. It's all good. So off camera, no, not off camera, big blob, move it around. That's how pros do it. And put it about there. And oh, the glue's coming through the stuff. I think maybe I should have put a bit more on. I'm going to put a big blob, because it's just getting all absorbed into the fabric. It's just going straight in. I guess that's why it's kind of papery, because this is very felty, and you really have to glue everything else on. Like there's no. Oh, I'm going to have to cut that off with a pair of scissors later on. I don't think. Oh, it will. I don't think the dinosaur cutters are gonna. I think I cut that too close actually. Ooh, these are too effective. Alright. And that goes there. It's going to all fall apart tomorrow, and I'll be like real sad. Let's do the legs. How much time we got? We've got 4 minutes. We can do this. We can do this. So I think they go like that. Okay. So one big blob there. That's big in capital letters. Okay. And the glue's going all over the show. But don't worry, tomorrow it will be completely transparent and you won't be able to see it. So that will be fine. And then this one can go there with a big blob. A way too big blob. And there. That was fun. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, we have to turn it over anyhow. So I don't really know how that's supposed to go. I'm not going to do it like the picture, because otherwise I'll be here for a while. It looks like a dinosaur from here. So I think it's got to be pointing out this way. So we'll just put that one there, and a big blob. This is going to get absorbed into the fabric, and that one can just go there. Oh, it's not. Let's go. Why don't I just stick a big blob there, and then just stick them on. So I've gone for a slightly creative way of doing this, because I feel like those really should have been sewed in place. I think we need a bit more for the green one. I feel like the green one's not not getting enough glue. We'll just move that one down a bit so that it doesn't show up. Oh no, 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 no. Well, yes. Okay, whoops. Oh, it's all over my piece of paper too. Where am I going to get another piece of paper from? Oh, and this one fell off. Oh, this is not so good. And I don't know which side was the right side. Maybe that one should have been the last one. That was the wrong side. Oh. Whoops. Okay. Okay. Not so good. And the eye, well, the eye will be the easy one. And then we've only got, whoa, that's not actually even sticking. So we're going to need more glue. Alright, and that's a big sticky mess. I think the only way of doing this is to make everything a big sticky mess. Alright. Okay, that's a big sticky mess. And then we've got the very last thing, which is their little hat that they're wearing. I know it's not a hat, but I don't know what it's called. Their thingy on the top. It could be a hat. They may, in fact, have a hairpiece. Alright. Look at that. That's perfect. Now we can just leave that there. And tomorrow I can enjoy my fully set and wonderful parrot. Probably named Blue. Alright, thanks. Well, I'm not going to name it Blue because that's just silly. Because that's just I'm not a big fan. Like Rio was not that exciting. Like it was funny in places, but it was just I don't know. I haven't seen the sequel, so I'm sure the sequel is better. And the first one's not terrible. It's just it's not one of my favoritist movies. So I'm not going to call this parrot Blue. Even though apparently those parrots became extinct or something, or they're endangered or whatever. So which is sad. It was a sad way to end it. So. Hold on, I have to think for a second. Since I ruined this piece of paper, I'm going to bye. Thanks for watching.